Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of ShreeNaari, She is You. Today's episode is very special as it is dedicated to the Pink October month. What is this Pink October month? Pink October is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Every October, people from all around the world come together to create awareness on breast cancer. Yes, this awareness must be spread all across the year, but this month is especially when we should all shout and scream about it. Today, I have a very special guest with me. She is one of the most positive, one of the most vivacious ladies I have ever known in my life. She is Neerja Malik, and she's not just a cancer survivor, she is a conqueror and a complete inspiration to many. She has been doing some brilliant work for over more than 20-25 years of counseling patients and their families with complete dedication, love, and smile. It is our complete honor today to have her on this episode. Give me a minute and I will just invite her to this. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Archita. How are you? Very good to see
I'm
you
doing
indeed.
great. Lovely
And
to see you. And because of this corona, we couldn't see each other. So I'm glad we could do this.
so, therefore, I'm giving everyone who's watching a virtual hug and lots of virtual kisses.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And that is what I think everyone waits for, from your side. This positive smile, this the positive hug and the kisses that everyone gets. I think that is what we all wait for.
Remember that
So, ma'am,
movie, Munna Bhai? So,
yes,
everyone tells the Jadoo Ki Jaffi. They tell me that I should have
yes.
patented it so that it couldn't have been used
You should.
elsewhere.
So true, so true. Yes. Actually, let's do that. We must patent that for you.
Absolutely. Hanji, bolo ji. And all yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for accepting to doing this with us. And through this episode, we hope that we can reach the maximum women we can
Yes.
through ShreeNaari. We have a lot of Naris who are connected with us, and who are a part of ShreeNaari, who are there on our page, and who are following us. And the aim is to get this awareness to them because it's very important for everyone to know about it. So, ma'am,
Absolutely.
before we get
Absolutely.
into the details of breast cancer as such, I would want everyone to know a little bit about your journey.
So I was a very naughty child, a very happy child, pampered, loved, not spoiled. And I took to people very easily, people and animals. And basically, I had a blast of a childhood. Uh, did my graduation in social work, did my B.Ed, worked in schools as a social worker, was the fourth standard class teacher, got married, and then guess what? I kept having miscarriages, constant, maybe about 15, 20 of them. And then I actually had a stillborn in the 8th month. And then finally, 12 years after marriage, my twins were born. And that was a lovely day. Now, after that, I was diagnosed with left breast cancer in 1998, right breast cancer in 2004. And because this is so literally close to my heart, I automatically took, with my background of knowing casework, group work, community work, the skills of teaching, talking, gift of the gab. Everything put together. So, you know what God said, Archita? He said, here is a fantastic candidate. Let's give her a lot of experiences also in the university of life so that anyone who comes to her for any help can identify at least with one little aspect of what she's gone through. And when I talk, it comes straight from the heart. Till say, it comes till say
So true.
for the simple reason that I have been through it and I do it from the heart. And let me tell you, if someone is going through cancer and someone says, "Arey yaar, be positive," that cancer patient will say, "Do you know what I've gone through? Do you know what my feelings are? Do you know what my family is going through?" And then I say, "Yes, I do, because I've gone through it twice. So I know all about breast cancer. I know about surgeries, about chemotherapies, about radiations, about palliative care. And I, having gone through it, can tell you that if I can do it, so can you." So that is the bottom line of my existence, my passion, my dedication, Archita.
Wow. I mean, just hearing about it, it seems like, I can't even imagine going through so much and still managing to smile and be positive the way you are. That is just great. And see, now 2020 has been a year of uncertainties. We've all been faced by it, but how we take the positivities out of that, these little positive things, that's what makes us live, makes us survive. And so that is one more question that I want to ask you is, what is the secret, of you being so positive through any situation that you've been through, you've been put through? How do you manage this?
Archita, a lot of people ask me, see, my advantages, let me tell you my advantages. My parents are not God fearing, they're God loving. There's a vast difference. That has, I have absorbed it, assimilated it, and I live it. My father, when I ran to him and I said, "Papa, I'm going to fight cancer," you know what the man told me? Naval officer, having won a mention in dispatches in the 1971 war. He turned to me and he said, "Beta, why are you using the word fight? Fight is negative." So I'm looking at him and I'm saying, is this my father, the soldier, the captain of the ship, the navigator telling me this? And then he said something to me that I will remember and have remembered forever. He said, "Don't fight it, face it. Because fighting is aggressive, and facing it is full of hope. Hum honge kamyab. We will overcome." So I think with the background of love, security, spirituality, not religion, spirituality, I was cocooned and I was supported. You know, when I was diagnosed with cancer, it was in Chennai. And my twins were only 7 then, 98.
Wow.
And the doctors told me, they said, you have 25% chances of survival, not in India, if you go to America or to France, because they had started stem cell research. And I wept, I cried for 3 days, not because I was scared of dying, but it was my twins that I was worried about. And after 3 days, it occurred to me that, God didn't come down and say that your days are numbered, you're going to die. No, it was a human being after all. So that day, I wiped my tears. And I loved the name of that shampoo, Baby Johnson shampoo. It says, "No more tears." And I took a determined decision that I am going to live for my twins. What do you say in Hindi? Drid Nischay. And then the rest is history, cancer twice, uh, many surgeries, lumps and bumps here and there. 2 years back, I had septicemia 3 times. I had 210 injections through the jugular vein. But what is the basis? Love, affection, and security of my family, my in laws, my friends, everyone around me. The power of prayer, which uplifts you, the intense belief in God. And I surrender everything to him. I have a cool deal with God. I said, buddy, you've given me these problems. Now it's your problem to give me the solution. I'm free. Because if I didn't feel like that, how would I be able to spread the good pink word? So that's the crux of the whole thing. That's the crux.
Wow. Well, I just hope and pray that all of us, even I, we can think like the way you think, being through so much and still maintaining that positivity and, that strength, because we all lose our strength at some point when we are put through issues. But this is so important, and it's so amazing to hear that from you, ma'am. So just getting a bit into the details of the disease. I know that there are certain signs of breast cancer that women can see, and we've read about it. But it will be great to know from you that what are the signs that women can see, and probably there are any ways to prevent that, like early treatment or something, anything that you would want to tell.
Fantastic. So very strange. 98 on the 12th of February, Thursday. Not on the 12th, on the 2nd of Feb. I felt a little twinge. जो हिंदी में कहते हैं चुभन, one little twinge.
Ah.
And I touched, and there was a little pea-sized lump. And I said, yeah, I was an obsessively compulsive aerobica. So I said, I must have done my exercises. I forgot about it. Now, 10 days later, on the 12th, I felt that twinge again. So obviously the hand goes there. And I found that what the size was of a pea, it had grown to quite a large lump. That is what alerted me. So, that was 98. Now in 2000, and way between that, there are a lot of things like puckering of the nipples, different sizes of the breast, a rash here, uh, from the nipple discharge, whether it's pussy or milky. There are all these different things. And the world, you cannot give the credit to one person. The world has come up with something called breast self examination. And if I can take a little time, right this month, we are doing a campaign. I am the happy face of it. And it is actually being powered by Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now, Wiki is divided into many aspects, but there is one called Wiki TNSSC. So TN, of course, Tamil Nadu, SSC standing for Social Service Council. And Varsha Aswani is the president. Radhika Dhruv is the vice president, and I am one of the council members. So I'm very happy to tell you that if all you wonderful ladies go to Neerja Malik official YouTube channel, you will find 3 videos. One, self-examination. In very simple 4 minutes, it tells you how and in what positions you can feel it. Now,
Right.
also, you should do it 1 week after your menstrual cycle. And it shows you very clearly that from this angle, how do you feel it, which are the different positions, how the breasts, rest, so that you can make out if there's any difference. Now, the idea is that you get to know your body. The idea is that it alerts you. So one video is on breast self-examination. The other video, Archita, is about my campaign, and please push it, because the campaign is that each of us takes a pledge saying that I pledge to spread the awareness of breast cancer to at least 10 women around me. And how do I do that? By sending them by WhatsApp or the link of self examination, right? And the third video is myself taking that pledge. Now, the thing is, imagine it, if each of us does it with 10 women and they do it with a further 10. And guess what the idea is? That you take this pledge in landscape mode, not vertical, and you send it to a WhatsApp number, and immediately it will get recorded. It'll come onto Facebook. And on the 25th, we will have on Facebook a live session with all the women who have taken this pledge. And Archita, the advantage is that
Nice.
they will get a certificate. So I am so happy to be part of this, because all I want to do, it's very close to my heart, literally left and right breast. I would love to spread the word. And I would love it if you could tell all the beautiful ladies that are listening in today to
We
please
will.
join us.
We will absolutely. And
Thank
once after our live session is done, I will
yeah,
also put the link up to your YouTube channel so that
thank
anyone can access it at any point of time.
that is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Ajita. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, are there any institutes or are there any foundations, anywhere in India where, women can go and I wouldn't say free treatment, but at least low cost treatment, but the best treatment? Are there any institutions that they can go to anywhere in India?
Well, I would, I will let you know that nowadays there are groups like India Turns Pink. By the way, India Turns Pink used to be called Chennai Turns Pink. And then the gentleman, Anand Kumar, he started off city after city, town after town. He took to the colleges, he went to the universities, then he went into the rural areas. And finally, we found Goa turns pink, Meghalaya turns pink, the whole of India. And I told him, I said, India turns pink, and now I think it's high time you do world turns pink or universe. So
Absolutely.
I want to tell you that these are available. In fact, I will do some
Right.
research and tell you, because there is a friend of mine called Radhika. She runs an institute, where it's for women, it's at a lesser rate. And there is also a friend of mine called Dr. Selvi Radhakrishnan, who runs a breast clinic. And these women, amongst others, actually take mobile units into the rural areas
Nice.
to do
Right.
mammograms for the women. And so let me tell you that we have come a long way, baby. We've come a long way in spreading awareness. And definitely hospitals like the Adyar Cancer Hospital in Chennai, which is literally an equivalent of the Tata Memorial, not only in Bombay, because now Tatas you have in different other cities also. So these
Yes.
places do at a much lower rate the testings, and there are so many NGOs. So I think we'll do some research, and I'll give you definitely India Turns Pink. ITP is on Facebook, and Anand is all very willing. In fact, I remember talking at the Lok Sabha Parliament, some years back, representing India Turns Pink. And the speaker,
Oh,
she
nice.
was so interested in what we were doing. It is fantastic. So I'm so glad that you've joined the bandwagon to spread the good word, Akshita. I'm very honored that
Thank you
you
so much.
chose to call me so that I could give information about this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are honored that you've come, and I'm telling you, ma'am, from yesterday when we actually told people that we are going to have you on this show, there have been so many people who have been messaging us to get some kind of information, and they're all already just waiting for this video to come out.
So we will, I think
So, ma'am,
what
now
you
that
said
we're
was
talking,
you said a wonderful thing. You said that you'll add the links. So maybe we can add the
yes,
information about all these different places also. That would
we
be
will do that. Absolutely, ma'am, we
perfect.
will do that.
Perfect.
Ma'am, now that we're talking about the treatments, I remember having this conversation with you, and I would want you to enlighten people about these. There are some messages or emails that we get, saying that there is one magic pill, that's a cure for all. It's cure for not only cancer, but like I think everything in you. And how people actually fall, become prey to these kind of things and fall into that trap. I would love
So,
for you to enlighten a bit on that.
these were doing the rounds. They were going viral, and they tell you that this medicine is there and it is free at the Adyar Cancer Hospital or Tata Memorial, and they give you. And now what happens is people who are not educated. Okay, I would like people to, if there are any numbers, call up those numbers and verify the the truth of the matter. But there are some gullible people, and I cannot blame them because when your child is, and mostly they're about children and blood cancer. When your child is going through something, you don't want to leave any stone unturned. So you hear this, and if you're in the rural areas, okay, I gotta get to Chennai. Now, to get to Chennai, I have to sell some property. I have to sell my assets. I have to take a loan. And they come rushing just to save their child. Now, let me tell you that if they say that this medication is for blood cancer, remember that there are different types of blood cancer. Forget blood cancer, there are different types of breast cancer. You cannot, with the same medicine, okay, even if the cancers are the same, the person who's going through it, that person is made differently to the other. So, medicine for me will not suit someone else, or if it suits them, it will not suit me. They have to see my stage, my condition, the spread of my disease, how far it has gone. I mean, there's so many things that the medical fraternity has to go into. So just by an SMS, and very often Dr. Shanta and various other people have come out into the open and said this is untrue. So every time someone sends that to me, I have taken it upon myself to give them a call and to tell them that, listen, let me explain it to you. Please just stop it here. Because all you do is spread, 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 spread. And earlier you could send endless. Now, at least if it's a forwarded message, it is reduced to 5. So you have to redo it and redo it. I'm happy about that. Because at least unnecessary messaging, finally you say, oh, damn, forget it. I don't want. But please be warned, be warned that you have to verify. It is your responsibility to verify the truth and do some research and then get into it. Of course, I do tell people that cancer will not wait for corona. It will catch you. It is impartial sex, caste, creed, religion, age, gender, anything. But at the same time, I will tell you 3 points, Archita. One, when you talk about a cell phone or a laptop or a bottle, anything, a table, a chair, you don't get beads of sweat. Suddenly you hear cancer. Your heart starts beating fast, palpitations, because all you hear is negativity. My uncle died, my mother, my father, my relative, my neighbor. It is a world of doom. In fact, every time I come across a director or an actress in the movie field, I tell them, I said, you have lovely movies like Anand and Suffer, and they're very beautiful movies on cancer. Why don't you have some movies where people get out of cancer and are actually running around the trees and singing, uh, or having a bath in the rain, or you know what I mean? Come on, God is great. I was given like some months to live, but thank God. The very same year that I finished my treatment, I was diagnosed, I've been counseling patients for 22 years. And God is great because they see me hatta katta, healthy. And yes, if I can do it, so can you. And let me tell you one thing, Archita. When I start counseling a patient, it is for all time. I tell them that I am with you through your diagnosis, chemotherapy, radiation, testing, and at night, our thoughts are like worms. And Paramahansa Ramakrishna always used to say that, they're like monkeys. Not only like monkeys, they're like mad monkeys. Bitten by a scorpion, not only a ordinary scorpion, a mad scorpion. So you can imagine. Now, what happens is the family is asleep. The cancer patient has got thoughts that are pulling the head apart, worry, fear, everything. I tell them, just give me a call. I am available 24/7. I will talk to you. If it takes me 2 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours, at least I will answer your questions and you can go back to sleep and have a good night and a good next day. So, one, cancer is only a word, nothing more, nothing less. Yes, 100 years back, 50 years back, 20 years back, I can imagine the dread. But now, if you just look at one word, fear, false emotions appearing real. When we go to a movie, we get so involved, we weep. Is it real? No, it's imagined. So, what is fear? False emotions appearing real and fantasized experiences appearing real. So, if I am walking on the road and there is a rope and I'm scared, I'm full of fear, what will I think that the rope is? I will think that it is a snake. But if I'm not scared, मेरी बुद्धि भ्रष्ट नहीं हुई है, भयभीत नहीं है, I'm not scared, I'm not fearful, I will see the rope and I will kick it. So let me tell you that there has been a lot of advancement in medication, whether it is surgery, whether it is chemotherapy, whether there is radiation, and God willing, a time will come when we will go to a chemist, give a prescription, take the medicine home and have it. Yes. So things are only getting
God
better.
willing, yes.
God willing. That is what we.
Yes.
So, one,
Great.
cancer is only a word, nothing more. Two, your treatment is to be considered as a short detour. And it will take you to exactly where you were planning to be. Just a short detour. In fact, sometimes a detour or a bypass gets you there even quicker, right? And
Faster, yes.
three, laughter is the best medicine. I think that is what I believe in. And these 3 points and my two mantras, God is great and this too shall pass. So these are the things
Wow.
I live by. And I have a choice, Archita. मैं इधर जाऊं या उधर जाऊं, should I go here or should I go there? One of the paths is negative, one of the paths is positive. Now, if you will think, just think, if I choose to be positive, then it helps me and it helps the people around me. If I'm negative, then I am pulling everyone down with me. And I always tell people, when you say, why me? You say, why me? What does it mean? It means that you are drowning in your own self pity. You're wallowing in it. So, what are you busy doing? You're digging your grave, your own grave. And where does the mud go? Onto you. And Anjanaya is going from the top and he says, oh, there's Neerja, let me help her. But Neerja is so busy digging her own grave, full of self pity. Why me? Why? I haven't hurt a fly. Why did this have to happen to me? What have I done to deserve it? Change your perception. I tell my patients, I said, see, by you coming to me, I'm not going to be able to change the fact that you've been diagnosed with cancer. But what I can do is change your perception to the disease so that you can cope with it, so that you can face it, you can undergo the treatment, and you can come out of it like me, new and improved. So that
Wow,
is what we
that's
need to remember.
so true. So true. Wow. Man, but there's one more takeaway from this for me is that it's high time somebody makes a movie on you.
Perfect.
And I'm sure you will be more than happy.
I will be
I'm going
thrilled.
to really recommend and find someone. And I'm sure that it's going to happen soon.
Inshallah.
But that will be brilliant. Where people can actually learn to smile and just like you said, the different perspective to everything, right? And
It,
positivity is the main.
it just boils down to nothing other than that. So, Achita, what you're reminding me of is that I have written a book. I'm
Yes,
sure
my
you had
next
it in your.
question was about the book.
Ask me the question.
Oh man, please tell us about your book.
I beat you to it, Archita. Okay, so, so this book is about my life. It's called I Inspire, and it is about the 10 treasures that I have found in my life. And the 10 treasures are very simple. The first is love. The second is fun and laughter. Okay, to the extent that when I was vomiting the first time in 98, two fat worms came out and they were chucked down the potty in different bathrooms.
Oh
Now,
my God.
everyone was very shattered. My family was very upset. But what did I do? I'm thinking to myself, those two will meet in this sewage somewhere and they will set up a nice, cozy home. You understand? So you can make light of everything. Let's talk about something that women are very scared of, losing their hair. What do I say? Hair today, gone tomorrow, back day after. So I want to make it very clear that your side effects, all your side effects of chemotherapy, radiation, whatever, it's temporary. So they normally give you a gap of 21 days. Surgery, 21 days, chemotherapy. Every chemotherapy, normally 21 days. Why? Because the chemo impartially batters your good cells and bad cells and destroys them. So your immunity is low, your CBC goes down. But it takes 21 days to become okay. Otherwise, they will not give you this next chemotherapy. They might give you blood to face it, to, tackle. So everything, remember, is temporary, including hair fall. So for 21 days after my first chemo, I would keep pulling my hair and nothing happened. So I even remember that I said, these doctors just talk about hair fall. They haven't had chemotherapy. How are they to know? 21st, when I was bathing to fly to Bombay for my second chemotherapy, hairs, I was soaping myself, hair started coming off. Now, what did I do? I went to my balcony. I stood there. I pulled my hair out. And you know that little flower which he loves me, he loves me, not. I actually took
And they call
my
it
hair.
grandmother's blessings.
I took my hair out in the balcony and I watched them fly away.
Wow.
Now, another thing about hair fall, I discovered this because people would see me without hair and they would say, Tirupati, ah. And I said, Ama, Tirupati da. And I told Balaji, I said, thank you, God. Because you don't want to tell every Jane, Joan, and Mary, Tom, Dick, and Harry that, hey, yeah, man, my hair fall, chemotherapy, And I promised that after my treatment, I will go to Tirupati and I will shave off my hair. And I did that. Finished my treatment in July of that year. Walked up in November in 2 hours and 20 minutes and got my hair shaved.
Wow.
And then this was such a good idea, Archit. I told all the patients, all my patients, if someone asks you, just say, yeah, Tirupati. And then go and do it. I said, everyone here, you find a lot of women, their hair growing or shaved off. They're walking around like always. So I said, thank you, God. Great idea. this is this is what. So I was telling you, love, fun and laughter, God, faith. If you have faith and belief, miracles happen. Death is also a treasure because it teaches you the next treasure, which is acceptance, attitude of gratitude. Then you have abundance, and that helps you live in the now. So that is what my book is about. And I'm going to tell you that thanks to the COVID, I'm on the 10th chapter of my second book. So God
Oh,
willing,
lovely.
God willing, that will come out.
Lovely.
And of course, if people ask me, what is it about? I say, I, me, and myself, and all my
Yeah,
experiences,
yeah. Everyone should wait for it.
and what I've learned in life, and how I can spread it to everyone, how to tackle it, how to cope with it, what kind of thinking there is, how the positivity can, as you said, overcome everything. Hum honge kamyab, we shall overcome.
Yes,
That's it.
absolutely. Yes, we will all overcome everything with
And by the
positivity.
way, Archita, all I'm talking about need not necessarily be for cancer. It is for anything. We face
Yes.
everything. We don't need to fight it. Whether it's a financial, and nowadays there's so much happening all over the world. We're all in it together. So all we should do is pray. I'm telling you, the second time when I was going through my treatment in 2004, I didn't have the energy to pray. Otherwise, the first time I was actually doing Reiki on myself for an hour and 45 minutes every day. It was coincidental that that weekend that I was diagnosed, I was already, I'd already enrolled for a Reiki test, a Reiki course. So I rang up my masters and I said, I can't come. And they said, why not? I said, well, I've been diagnosed with cancer and I have all these tests to go through. You know what they said? This was beautiful. They said, please come whenever you can in between. We will start group healing on you and learn whatever you can. And I think that was so beautiful. I can't even say it's coincidental because there are no coincidences. Everything is ordained with the divine dispensation. So that is, I believe a lot in healing. I believe that we have the power of healing within ourselves. Or don't you see those movies, someone slaps a face and the first thing that happens is your hand goes up, you know? And then now, of course, they go 3 times. But if you cut a finger, don't you do this? If it pains somewhere,
Yes,
don't you hold it? What are we doing? We are unconsciously doing Reiki on ourselves. So if we
so
just
true.
believed that, life would just flow so in such an uncomplicated manner. That is what I believe.
And in fact, when we are small and we get a small cut, our parents tell us, just take a little bit of your spit, put it there, put it in your mouth. And how we forget all of that, as we grow up.
Exactly. The healing is all around us, you know.
So
So we
true.
should just
So
remember
true.
these old wives' tales. They matter a lot. There's a lot of truth in
Wow,
them.
brilliant. Ma'am, to end this, I have two requests from you. One is some message that you want to give to the naris who are still going through. I was going to use the word fighting or battling, but I remembered you saying that I don't want to use these words now because they're aggressive. Who are living it right now. Something that you want to say to them, and once you do, I will tell you my second request.
So let me tell you that when I was having my twins, I was hospitalized for a month because my BP was 270 by 140 while they were inside me. And every hour on the hour, the fetal heartbeat would be taken. And then when they did a sonography, they found that one was a boy and the other had crossed its legs. But they said that, you have a single placenta. So 99.99999% it'll be two boys. So I promptly named them Siddharth and Siddhant, even before their birth. And the first one out was a girl. So I changed the name to Shivani. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that she was only 875 grams after being born because you lose water. My son was only 1 kg. I was 100 kg, by the way. But every doctor who met me, the neonatal experts, they just had one thing to tell me. Thank God your weaker child is a girl. So I said, why? What does that have to do with it? They said the girls have the Shakti to survive. A boy will not. Because don't forget, we give birth, we do so many things. We have a higher threshold of pain. And this has not left my mind. Thank God your weaker child is a girl, not a boy, because this child would not have been able to survive. So, what are Naris? Naris are girls. And I just want to make one thing very clear here that Nari is always connected to Shakti. And Shakti is the feminine power. And when there is feminine power, it is full of strength and energy. So, all you lovely ladies, this too shall pass. You are a woman, you are a Nari, and it is in your power to face things and overcome them. And not only will you survive, you will conquer. That is what I need to give the message to
Wow,
all
thank
you
you so
lovely
much.
ladies
Wow, that
listening.
is so inspiring. Thank you. My second request, ma'am, I want to end it by you doing one very small thing for us. You remember the poster I made for you
Yes?
yesterday? One,
Don't
one,
tell me.
one strong
you,
whistle.
you would like me to whistle?
If you can, please. I can't. I
Of
can't even do a
course.
normal whistle.
All right. Shut your
Yes,
ears. Are you ready?
absolutely.
How's that?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. That is so
Thank you,
lovely.
Archita. Thank
And I
you.
wanted
Thank
you to do that because that sums you up. You are just this vivacious, beautiful, positive lady. And I am so glad that I've met somebody and know somebody like you in my life. And I'm sure that people who are watching this now, people who are going to watch it, in the next few days or forever, are always going to be inspired by you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Archita. And
Thank
can I
you.
just take you through the motions of the pledge?
Yes,
Will you
please,
do the
please,
pledge with
please.
me?
I
So,
will. Yes.
on my heart, my hand is on my heart, and you can follow what I say. I pledge
I pledge
to spread the awareness of breast cancer
to spread the awareness of breast cancer
to at least 10 people around me.
to at least 10 people around me.
Now, please note, Archita, I said people. I didn't insist on women because men can also get breast cancer. And apart from that, if we spread the information, about self examination, after all, every man has a mother, grandmother, aunt, sister, girlfriend, wife. So we can spread this together and be in it together, uplift each other, and work towards peace and harmony in the world. And this too shall pass. Yes.
It will. It will.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, before I end, I was going to end it, but there is a small comment that has come up, and that is from one Mrs. Madhubali, and she's from Dehradun. She is
Uh-huh.
also a breast cancer survivor. She
Uh-huh.
belongs, her family, everyone is in the army. And she's
Uh-huh.
also been kind enough to, she's also going to help us make a video and, spread the word. And in fact, I'm
Wonderful.
so glad that she's watching this because I wanted both of you to meet. So
Oh,
this is like
we
a
will.
virtual meeting. And this is what is written. I would like to read it out for you.
Okay.
Hearing you speak makes it hard to believe that you have gone that all that you have gone through. You make it sound so simple and easy. But believe you, I have gone through it once. I know it's not. I'm so proud that you are from Mater the school. Same here.
Oh, wow. Please, I would be very happy if you could give her my number and let us connect. What
I
did you say
will.
her name is?
I
What did you say her name is?
Madhubali.
Please, please tell her to connect with me. I'll be so
I
overjoyed. Thank you so
I would.
much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for this, and we'll connect soon again. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. God bless.
So Guys, I'm sure I don't have to tell much about the session today. It was the most inspiring for me, and I'm sure it was for all of you. Please know that Neerja ma'am is available for anyone who truly needs her help. You can connect with us, you can connect with her. Find her on YouTube. She has an official YouTube page, she has an official Facebook page. You can just send her a message there. You can also message us to get her number, and we will ensure that we connect you with her. Once we are done with this live session today, we will post links on where you can listen to her videos, listen to her awareness campaigns, and how you can also reach her. Thank you so much for joining in, and see you next time on another episode of She Is You. Thank you.